Hey guys, Spider here, and this might be my last game or last video for Sniper Elite V2 for quite some time.
Sinking in now.
Completed, as you might be aware, actually. Some of you might be happy,
Yeah.
some of you might not be.
Well, I'm on reason.
This is actually multiplayer. This is multiplayer that's only available on PC. This is not available on console. This is the first time Hyper and I ever jumped in a game. You can't actually, as far as I know, excuse me, I still have a cold. You can't create parties. So he's actually on the other team, and we're talking actually over Skype. So I've got his voice recorded, not mine. So I'm doing like a post commentary here. So I did we did complete playthrough of the campaign on Sniper Elite difficulty. We played each of the game modes, the co-op, game modes on Sniper Elite difficulty. Did all the trophy achievement guides. I mean, and there are some that that I didn't do, just because they're either plain easy, or the ones where you had to win, play 10 games of bombing run, etc., etc., which you don't have to do on Sniper Elite difficulty. You can do on and that's not a kill cam, by the way. That is our teammates. Those are teammates that you see in the sort of after you die, you're spectating until you spawn in. So there's no kill cams. I mean, it is quite interesting, although you can suspect that since everybody's a sniper, like that guy just fell off and killed himself. Good going there, buddy. You can suspect that it's pretty much a camp fest, though. And the one thing that I was doing, and you'll see me do it a little later when I'm actually laying prone in a couple spots. I'm trying to hit this guy. Is he's using the third person to your advantage, so that you can see around the corners before you're actually in view for the enemy players. You can see around corners, and then once you catch movement or you see the glint of somebody's scope. Look at, there's Hyper right there. Oh, come on, I hit him, dude. My teammate got him. The guy that was shooting at him right beside me got him. So yeah, you use the third person, and then once you see that glint, or you can actually spot enemy players with your binoculars, and that happens. But you got to be quick. When an enemy player gets spotted, they die very, very quickly in this game, in this multiplayer game mode. So you can actually create your own games. I was actually going to go in there and just see what the options are, because I was disappointed that this particular game seems like it's like a cadet difficulty game. So you don't have wind sway, you don't have bullet drop, and you can mark opponents, which I think in a multiplayer game mode you should be able to mark your opponents no matter what type of sniping you're doing.
This guy's an invincibility spot.
But I definitely think there should be bullet drop, because that would make it so much harder. Like if you had bullet drop, although maybe it wouldn't be as good if you had bullet drop. Whoa! Yeah. Oh, Hyper! Haha! See the guy that spotted? Look at. I don't know if I can get him behind the boards though. I don't know if you can actually see out. I thought he was actually trying to snipe through the boards. So I definitely have to give 505 Games a lot of credit on this game, Sniper Elite V2. I would definitely recommend this game. You're not going to get, the gameplay is freaking stellar. And if you guys have watched the gameplay, I mean, you know that already. You're not going to get the mind-blowing cinematics or cutscenes, etc. that you'll see in other games. Sorry, I got to stop all the time because I end up coughing. But the gameplay itself is freaking awesome, and going through, especially on co-op, doing it on co-op with somebody and doing it on Sniper Elite is freaking fantastic. And the co-op modes themselves are freaking great. I mean, there are some things that they could probably fix or could probably do better. One thing in the kill tally, fantastic survival wave-based game type. But the problem that we ran into is just the ridiculous spawning. So here I'm trying to use the third person, right? So I'm trying to stay hidden in the shadows behind the wall so those guys don't see me. And I'm not sure what side they're spawning on either. It's kind of difficult to tell. But anyways, so the co-op game modes, like I said, there are a few things here and there that they could do better, like on the spawning, like I said, on kill tally, the spawning when we were defending inside the one building. I mean, the guys were basically spawning in
Yeah,
right
I think
beside
something
us.
like
I
that
mean,
makes
multiple, like 4, 5, 6 guys spawned right
full
beside us.
range at least.
I think the Overwatch game mode is pretty stellar as well, and I really don't think there are any flaws with that
Yeah,
game
no,
mode. I
it's
think
such
that
a
game
big.
mode runs really well, where you have one guy as the runner completing the objectives, and
Yeah,
then you have your
the match
your
is actually almost
Overwatch
full.
guy sniping, and I showed you from both perspectives. I had some gameplay from both perspectives, so that's ooh hyper snipey snipe. Uh, so yeah, Overwatch, a very cool game mode.
I
Um,
knew you were up there, so that's
the
I knew
bombing
right
run,
away straight away.
the bombing run, it's okay. I mean, I don't know.
But the good
There
thing
there's
is
some
like
things that we
it's
didn't necessarily
the
agree
sniper
with,
scopes like flash,
like the enemies
so you
spawning
just have
in
to like look and you do exactly
sporadically
what
if
they
we were
want.
trying to capture one of the parts or search for one of the parts, which I don't really have that big a problem with.
So it's like you're getting the lens
Maybe what
flare,
I'd
which
like
is
to see
handy.
changed in there, instead of sort of just spontaneously spawning enemies in when you're collecting a part, because that happens sometimes. You just start collecting a part, and then all of a sudden there are
Goodbye.
enemies that spawn in. I think maybe adding a little bit of noise, like if I'm collecting a part. Ooh, Ruckage. If I'm collecting a part, maybe or searching for it, maybe searching for the part creates some noise, and that
Yeah.
alerts
Maybe
enemy troops
you watch the
that are
stuff
in
with
the area.
chickens and stuff
But
like that, and
again,
make sure you can set yourself
I
up
did
pretty
see
well.
some troops spawn right in me, or right on me in that game mode as well. Ruckage came back for more there. Bingo!
Yeah.
I'm looking for Hyper
Oh.
though. Hyper, where are you? So, but otherwise, I mean, and it's the most difficult
Yeah,
game
can't
mode
see
because
anybody.
you have to restart if you die at any point in the game, and the games can take fairly long, a long time, like 20 minutes or so. And if you die, you have to restart from the start. There's no checkpoints in Bombing Run. But it was frustrating because before we actually found the strategy we found to beat that game mode on I think it was the Karlshorst Command Center. Um, we were trying to get A and B as the
This is
last
so
parts,
intense. This feels like
and
real
we
war
just
on
ended up
because
running into
you're just so terrified
infinite
someone can
enemies.
head
Like
out
they
you
just
for
kept
a
spawning out
second.
of this certain area, and they eventually overrun us because we ran out of ammo, and
And then,
there's
yeah.
just so many of them. But out of that, we grew
I
a
like
strategy
proactive kill
that
cams, but it's
don't
also annoying
don't
because
repair the
it's
fourth
like
part. Go
you
collect the
I like to
fifth.
know if
So you add in parts, the
I'm
first
afraid
three
of like
parts,
cheating or
and then go
glitching
get
or
4 and
something like that. You
5,
know what I
and
mean?
then put them on whatever vehicle you have at the time. Put both of those on at that point in time, and then do your sort of strategy for getting the last part. And always make sure that the last part is the closest part to you. So I think I mentioned earlier, I'm not
Oh,
sure,
we know
but
there's a guy up
this
in the sky
multiplayer is
there.
only available on PC. They
Shooting the
don't have
wall.
multiplayer in console for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it probably takes a lot more support than they can provide. I think they self published the game on Steam on PC, which is very cool. Again, for oh
Bitch. I seen
poor Hyper got
seen the lens flare
poor
from down
Hyper
there
got
go getting
shot.
in next to me. Dead.
He's gonna come back for more. I know it. Oh, Ruckage came back for more too. Sweet. Oh! Watch this. Oh no! Hyper killed me and I killed him at the
That
same
was not
time.
joke.
Are you kidding? That
That was
sucks. He came back
I was
for
like,
revenge. He
fuck off,
got
right?
it, but
I'm
I
getting
got him again. Haha. And I'm going to the same spot. That was hilarious.
uh,
So I don't know if I'm.
pretty funny.
I mean, I might play this game again at
Oh.
some point in the future. I know they're
Okay,
they're
I could
probably
actually
going
play
to
more
be
of it.
adding more stuff to the multiplayer. I mean, if they add
Honestly,
DLC,
wasn't sure if I'd be able
might
to play
consider
this too
playing
much, but
that. But I think all in all, that I pretty much covered almost every single aspect of this game, and even some epic
you did get
nutsack
knocked though.
sniping. If you guys saw that, triple. I don't. I did try for a quad a couple of times, but I couldn't get a quad. I would have liked to have shown you that.
I
If I ever
can't.
do, I'll show you that.
Fine.
But who knows? I mean,
This
Hyper
one.
really
I
enjoyed
need to remap
the
that. Everything
multiplayer
up
here,
is
so maybe
V.
we'll come
The
back and play it again
Skype
at
goes
some
all
point.
quiet.
And there's one thing that 505 Games was doing
Not over here.
on Twitter, and I thought it was
Excuse me.
going to be something a little bit
Wow,
I mean,
I liked how they
is
opened up
it,
the map.
okay, I'll give you that.
Feels
It's
more
a
like you
little bit
built the map
interesting,
for
but
multiplayer than
they were going to
television
give like
around
sort
it.
of, I don't know if it was going to be weekly missions. They were going to give these missions on Twitter,
He's probably
and you have
he's gone
24
with
hours to complete
revenge
the
kill.
mission. But I thought they were going to be in game. I thought they would be like things you need to accomplish in game or whatever. I don't know how they would track it, or if they're going to, maybe I thought they were going to add to the game and they would track it online or something. But I guess that might be a little much. So they had this thing where they put out
Let's
uh,
see. Oh, we're not
an
muted.
audio clip they tweeted out, and it was, I mean, you could tell right away it was Morse code. I mean, as soon as I listened to it, and it was really fast, so I could have
The
just captured
backup.
it and slowed it down and translated it. I mean, somebody did translate it. What did they translate it to? I'm just gonna open it up. Observe, plan, execute, and that was the Morse code. So, yeah, a little bit of a downer,
Don't say.
but it
Oh,
would it
every
would have
time
been
I'm.
cool if they had something in game.
I just want to
And we'll
jump in
see.
the cover whenever
We'll
you
see
just said.
down the road if they add any additional DLC, because I'll definitely play that. I mean, again, it's not about the cutscenes and the cinematics. It's about the gameplay. I mean, even with the Fuhrer DLC, I mean, it was just another mission. It was kind of short and no real
Fuck, that's a
cutscenes, but
strike.
hey, the gameplay was pretty cool, just like the rest of the game was, and it's been atop the leaderboards, I guess, in the UK a couple weeks in a row now, from a sales
How
standpoint, and
nuts was
same
that
with like
lollipop case
online.
though, as a
They're in the top five, I think, on both. I think both
zombie be
or
gone.
all. I don't know if it's
Zombie
all
gone.
PSN, Xbox Live, and Steam. I'm not even sure,
Run!
but they've been pretty successful
No!
with this game.
Don't shoot me.
So,
You missed me.
hopefully they can
You'll
continue
kill
to
it.
support it and add content. And who knows? Maybe we'll see Sniper Elite V3. Look at Hypermole. Look at him hiding behind that
Where are you?
truck. Oh my god, I want to kill him so bad. Look at. Oh, come on, Hyper. Come out. Come out.
Oh,
Oh,
there.
look at this. Oh, I failed. No. I killed myself with the frag. Damn it. I so wanted to kill Hyper from behind that truck. That was a big fail. I should watch where I'm freaking prone
Don't worry, you're
trying to
fine,
shoot
Dominic.
frags. But like I said, I think the only downside of the multiplayer is that it is a big camp fest. But it's a little tactical gameplay here with the sniper. Just trying to keep your eyes open, look for that glint, not aiming down your
Ah, he's
sights.
getting barked
Oh
at.
man, who's that? Oh, at least it wasn't Hyper. I'm glad. And these games can last quite some time. I think you can set up your own game with your own rules. But the next game that we ended up in, and this one was obviously in progress, but the one we played next after this one was set for an hour time limit. It was crazy. I actually ended up leaving the game just because at one point it wouldn't spawn me in, and I had no way of spawning in. But yeah, it was set for an hour long gameplay, which is pretty crazy. This one we've got like 35 seconds left here.
Ooh.
But I can't see anything. It's so hard to see anything. I mean, you use your binoculars, but then you're sticking your head up, right? So, I'm just trying to get a view and look for that glint. And if I catch some glint, then I can take somebody out. But if I try bringing the binoculars out, then I'm sticking my
New
head
knowledge.
up, and
Someday,
I might be a dead duck.
Destroyed through a wall.
These guys are probably. Oh! There we go. See that?
And he let him.
Oh! 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 Did I get him? Yeah! See? You saw that glint? That's the glint, baby. That's it. That's how you play that game. Oh, so I went 8-5. It was all right.
Ooh, you
Just
were
wanted to give you
positive.
guys a taste of multiplayer and see what you thought. And like I said,
211.
probably be one of my last Sniper Elite videos for quite some time. We got Diablo
Wow,
3
yours
coming
Lindsay, look at yours.
very soon. Oh man, I gotta get rid of this cold. My
Look at
throat is killing me.
Sandman's,
Anyways, I'm Spiderbite. Hope you enjoyed it, and all the Sniper Elite V2 videos.
If he
Get the
went
game,
V2
play it.
before, so-
I'm out.